Today I'm going to be talking about your new companion fairy for Black Desert Online on the Xbox One, and I'm going to explain how the fairy will benefit you, and trust me on this one, you're going to be as excited as I am about this, and I'm going to explain how you go about getting your very own fairy too. If you want to make sure you're getting up-to-date information, tips and guides, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification icon, because I wouldn't like to hear that you're missing out. In short, a fairy is a companion that will assist you with things such as automatically using HP potions when your health drops below a certain threshold, instant resurrection without EXP loss, and much more, which I'll cover in a moment. Let me introduce Layla by telling her story.
I guess you're wondering how I got here. Well, it's a long story. Do you have time to listen? You do? Great. I come from a place where there are fields of fragrant flowers. The sun shines down on it all the time. Oh, and did I mention that the Queen of the Fairies is also my mother? She named me Layla, since it means a friend who is always by your side. It's a nice name, eh? Anyway, one day there were these huge rifts of golden light around our home. Of course, you're never going to be a great fairy if you just ignore those kind of things. So I grabbed my friends and jumped right through. Oh, we really like to drink flower juice. You know that yellow stuff you get from flowers? Honey? That's right. Sometimes we like to make a drink that makes you tipsy with it, but don't tell the Queen. The story of how we got here, right? So we get through the rift and there is nothing but chaos here. I knew we were far from home, but I didn't know the wider world was this messy. One of my friends escaped the rift, but only made it through as a petal. I hope she's okay, and she really was nice, but she was picked up by this really ugly thing with a huge club. Guess she's gone now. Wait, where are you going? Okay, so let me wrap this up quick. While I might be small, there are still a lot of things that I can do. I can light up paths, I can use items from your inventory to help you, but yeah, I need some of the energies that are trapped in your metal, so make sure you give me some of that, and I can do my best to help you. Wait, you don't want me to follow you? Well, that's just mean. I'm gonna come with you anyway.
Fairies have 6 different skills available, which are as follows. Tingling Breath, which gives underwater breathing. Feathery Steps, which is a weight penalty reduction. Fairies Tear, which gives instant resurrection without losing EXP. Inexhaustible Well, which will automatically use a cure for desert illness. Morning Star, that will illuminate the surrounding area. And finally, Miraculous Cheer, which auto uses potions when a particular resource is depleted. Fairies can be obtained through the item Sealed Fairy Wings. When you use this item, you will gain a new fairy Layla who will accompany you through your journey. Your first set of Sealed Fairy Wings will come from a Black Spirit quest. To accept the Fairy Queen Thea quest from the Black Spirit, you will need to be at least level 52 and have completed all of the Calphian main quests, and that includes the Witch Hunting quest. Once you've completed this quest line, you'll be given your first set of Sealed Fairy Wings. Use the item to summon your first fairy companion. You can earn additional Sealed Fairy Wings by completing repeatable quests which can be picked up from the Fairy Queen Thea in Medaya. To complete the quest, you will need to hand over Layla's petals, which can be earned by defeating monsters, gathering and fishing. There are 4 different tiers of fairies. You'll not be able to see which tier of fairy you have until you have registered the Sealed Fairy Wings below the young Camasilve tree in Camasilve Temple. The tiers start at Faint, which is the lowest, and then increase through Glimmering to Brilliant to Radiant. You can see information about your fairy, grow your fairy, dismiss it, or hide it in the fairy information window found in the ring menu. The number of skills that a fairy Layla can learn depends on her innate potential at birth. Each fairy skill has a maximum of 5 levels, and once a skill has been learned, its level cannot be raised or lowered. Your fairy will learn a new skill every 10 levels. Each fairy will start with a standard +1 luck skill. To level up a fairy, you will need to give them certain equipment, weapons or armour, Black Spirit's Claw, Sweet Honey Wine, or Ornette's Dark Honey Wine. The different tiers of fairy affect its maximum level and therefore the number of skills it can learn. Faint tier fairies have a maximum level of 10 and so can learn 1 additional skill. Glimmering is 20 and as such, 2 extra skills. Brilliant is 30, so 3 extra skills. And finally, Radiant tier has a maximum level of 40 and as such can learn up to additional 4 skills. It's possible to release your fairy too. there's several reasons why you may release a fairy. When you release a fairy, depending on how you do so, you'll receive a different reward. If you release your current fairy, then they will leave behind some fairy powder as a token of thanks. If you meet a new fairy and are not looking to switch with your current fairy, then you can exchange the fairy wings with Cillian in Camasilve Temple, who will give you sweet honey wine. If you're happy with your current fairy and do not wish to summon forth any more fairies, you can exchange 10 Layla's Petals to get 1 fairy's blessing from Thea at the Camasilve Temple. Fairy's Blessings has the same effects as Valk's Cry, and by consuming the fairy's blessing, you will get a Valk's enhancement chance +1. So what are your thoughts on fairies? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I think this is an awesome addition to the game, and I can't wait to grab my little companion. I know that RNG won't be in my favour, and I'll likely get a dysfunctional runt fairy that didn't quite make the cut, whose main aim in life is to run into as many trees as possible, causing me no end of grief. But I'm sure you'll get much better. Have I earned your subscription? I hope so. Leave me a like, a comment, and then check out this next video.